Hey guys, this is Rocking3 bringing the live commentary for Forza 5, and we are continuing the parts and tune revisits, and we are up to the B class. You may have seen the Nissan Silvia that I did on the last video. This one's going to be really similar. It's one of my favorite cars, the 427 Shelby Cobra. It is B class rear-wheel drive, and I made a lot of changes to it. It's still a fairly challenging car to drive, but you're going to see that this thing is wickedly fast. I put a dirty lap down trying to test this out, and I was like, I wonder how close this is to the top 300, because I just wrecked it. Because this is where the Silvia that sits here is about 320th or something like that, and I stuck it in the top 100. I was surprised. I just ran a couple of laps just to see where it was at, and it was in the top 100. It was like, would have been like 96 or something like that. And it does quite well on this track. It's still a difficult car to drive. It takes a little advanced turning, a little bit of throttle control. If you're a little bit of a beginner at this, you may not want to try this. It's going to put you in the walls quite a few times probably. But if you've been following and you've gotten better and better, this is going to be a really good car for you. This will work on a lot of tracks. This track, Road America, Spa. It'll probably do really good on the Road Atlanta Long, because the top speed on this is just set up perfectly. And I'm a little bit behind this car. This will be about maybe an even race if I finish this up really, really well. It just goes to show you how quick this car is. Because that Silvia up there is actually pretty quick as well. It's not the revised Silvia, but it's still a very quick version of it. I wanted to stay a little bit smoother. Alright, let's see if we can get a full lap here without talking so much. There we go, that was a little bit better. Concentrate a little bit more. Use a little bit more of the track. Should be just a touch ahead of the last lap. Yep. 151. And I locked up the brakes. Not sure if that was me or if that's a tuning adjustment. There we go. Oh, there we go. Much better. That's what we wanted. I had to let off a little bit extra there. Hey, that's better when you don't hit that wall. Let off the gas a little bit here. There we go. It's a tough corner for this car to make. We're going to be a little bit more cautious through here, just so we can get a clean lap through here. If we come out really close with this guy, it's going to be all us. I'm going to downshift this second here, take it nice and close, and just full throttle it the rest of the way here. Should start running them down. Fifth gear size, really good acceleration. Come on. Almost couldn't see my brake line. Come on, Cobra. Run him down. Come on. Ah, no. That's a really good spot to run him down at. So what you didn't see there is a couple of laps where I didn't fare very well. I keep making mistakes. This is a track that I have a hard time putting all together. It's a very challenging track, especially when you have a car like this where it just doesn't quite handle like some of the cars can. Built a little bit more for speed. There we go. And every lap it's something different turn that bites you. All right, here we go. The Sylvia brakes a little bit better and handles just a little bit better, so anytime you take a turn a little bit slower, it tends to catch up with you. You can see our acceleration is definitely a little bit better. I'm going to leave it in third this time, instead of downshifting to 2. There we go. And you see us kind of put this guy behind us pretty quick. Kind of a rough start to this lap, but as you see, this car just has that speed to overcome minor mistakes. Ah! Somehow the car stopped quicker than I thought it would. There we go, and go, 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 go. Come on, acceleration. Here we go, yeah. All right, we were able to do it. Not by a lot, but we will take it. So I'm going to pause the video here and we'll cut over the parts and tune just because I want to check those brakes. I think I might have them at the wrong level. So I don't want to give you guys bad numbers. So we'll see you in a minute. Alright, and I'm back. And I did fix the brakes and I actually run it on that same track again. And I beat my time by 0.722. But unfortunately it was dirty again. So we have, going through the parts here, we have the stock conversions. Nothing there. We have stock intake, stock air filter, stock carburetor, stock ignition. Do we have exhaust? Yes, we have the race exhaust. 9 horsepower for 8 PI. We have the stock cams, stock valves, stock engine block. It's a very stock car. Stock pistons. And the stock, sport flywheel. Why do I have that? I'm going to take that off for a second and we'll see if we can gain those 2 points back. If not, we'll go back and add those. Could have been a PI play, I'm not sure. We have the race brakes. We have the race springs and dampers. We have the race front and rear anti-roll bars. We have the full cage, which looks like it's the way that we want to go. We have the full race weight reduction. We have the stock clutch. So I'd almost rather have this than that flywheel, but we'll see what happened. We have the street transmission to increase its top speed. I think it's actually to add a 5th gear. We have the sport drive line. And we're going to have the stock tire compound, which makes it very challenging. We have the upgraded front tire width, 265s, and we're going to have the full in the rear as well. So we have those biggest tires we can get there. I don't know what wheel I have here. Oh, I have the lightest wheel. I have the Advan RG2. And that's in the first selection there. We have no tire change here, rim change, and bear with me because we may be making some changes. We'll look at the Forza. I think I had the front Forza bumper, yep, and the rear Forza wing. And bear with me, we're going to make a slight adjustment here, and I'll review it here at the end. So what we did is took away the flywheel. For whatever reason, I had the sport part of the flywheel. I think I want to change. That's too much. I was going to add that. and we're going to probably add to that drive line. What I want to do is I want to make these wheels a little bit bigger. Not a whole lot. We're just going to go here so it has a minimal weight reduction, plus it'll actually snap the car around a little bit better. And we're going to go the same on that one. Alright, let's see what happens if I go to the full. Yeah, it doesn't change. See if this only goes up. There we go. Only goes up 2. Not that this is going to be a great deal of bonus here, but I guess a little bit faster shifting will help. And I'm hoping I can reduce this again. I cannot. Alright, so when you go through the parts, make sure you add the first clutch. I'd rather have the clutch than the flywheel. We did not make any changes to that part. And on the rim size, we went up to the R17s in the front. I'm almost tempted to go one more back down. We're going to go one more back down just to save a little bit more weight. And we're going to leave those at R17s in the rear. So R16s in the front, R17s in the rear. And that is all the parts. Let's go through the tune. What I did there will actually just benefit the car a little bit. Won't be a big deal. Tire pressure 27 and 27. Gearing is stock, but we have that 5th gear, like I said. Front and rear camber at negative 3.0. I zeroed out the rear toe, so we have 0 and 0 for the toe. 6.0 for the front caster angle. Soften these up quite a bit. We have 11.6 in the front, 12.06 in the rear, pretty neutral. And we're pretty close to neutral, but we're a little bit oversteer with 369 in the front, 395.5 in the rear. And the ride height is all the way up because this car rides really, really low. Makes it a little more versatile for all the tracks that you want to take it out on. Here we have the Race Boy settings on the damping. We have 11.7 front and rear rebound, and we have 1.9 of bump stiffness, front and rear. We have the full aero. You could play with that a little bit. Right now it's a really fast car, even with full aero. It'll be a little bit trickier to drive if you take some of that downforce off. That's just not a lot to begin with. I did fix my brakes. I have it back at my standard 47%. I had it at a different number that wasn't working, and braking pressure is up to 200%. Rear accelerations at 20% and decelerations at 32%. I used the downshifts to help slow the car down a little bit. With the brake pressure and the balance right and the deceleration being a little bit higher than normal, it does help slow it down quite a bit. Again, you can take this car to several different speed tracks. Give it a try. It's really fun to drive. A little bit tougher in multiplayer because it's not as consistent. But again, one of my favorite cars, this and the Ford GT are my 2 favorite cars. So I had to include it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Catch you next video. Later.